One down, 11 more to go. Hey everybody, Mike from RVBlogger here in front of the camera, and Susan's behind the camera. And as you know, we have our new Class A RV. We've been doing a bunch of shakedown trips all summer long. We're getting ready for a big road trip where we'll be gone for months and months. And before we go, we have one big repair that I really want to get done, so I'm not having to deal with it while we're on the road. And that is fixing our drawer bottoms, because they keep falling out in our RV. Now, what I want to show you is, come on over a little closer, hun, and I'll show you. This is one of our typical drawers. We don't even have as much stuff in here as we used to. We have a couple pots and pans. Some of our microwave stuff is in here too. But you can see the back of this drawer, all the staples have pulled out and the drawer bottom falls right down. And when that happens, you can't push the drawer in. You know, you got to reach under here and pull it up so you can slide the drawer in. This is probably the fourth drawer that we've had this happen to, and I'm sure all the rest of them are going to fall out as well. Now, let me show you why this has happened, and it's really about how the drawers are made. And you take a look at the drawer bottoms here. I've pulled a couple out from our kitchen drawers. You can see that these drawer bottoms, here's one here that completely fell out. They're just a very thin piece of really particle board. I wouldn't even really call this plywood. It's probably a Lawand product, and all they do is, you've got basically 4 pieces of plywood that make up the drawer box, and then all they do is they cut a little bevel out on each of the sides, so this piece will slide into these 2 side pieces, which is a really good thing. That's great. But on the front and back of the drawer, they just staple the heck out of it. And these staples, as you can see, are very, very thin. And even though they put a million of them in here, when you get enough weight on your drawer, the staple or the drawer bottom just pulls right through the staples, and then they fall out. And that's exactly what it looks like when they fall out. So what happens is, it doesn't matter if you put a ton of weight in your drawers or not. Some of our drawers have more weight than other, like kitchen utensils, pots and pans and things. But when you're rolling down the road at 50 or 60 miles an hour, you know, everything's banging on the drawer bottom, and eventually every single one of these staples is gonna pull through the plywood, and all of our drawer bottoms eventually are gonna fail unless there's practically zero weight in them whatsoever. But Susan is on a mission to fill every single drawer in the RV, so that's not gonna be the case for us. So I'm going to show you how we're going to go ahead and repair all of our drawers. I'm going to fix the 4 that already broke through, and I'm going to go ahead and preemptively repair every single drawer in the RV so that, you know, we can pack up for our long trip. We have a lot of clothes that we need to pack. We're leaving in the fall. We're going to be gone in nice weather all down in the south from Texas to Florida, so we need all of our summertime clothes, and then we're going to be heading back home for the holidays. We'll have winter clothing with us too. So we're gonna have a lot of clothes that we need to pack, plus all of our kitchen supplies and all that stuff. So we don't want our drawer bottoms falling out constantly. So I'll run through and we'll show you what we're gonna do to make all these repairs. So now that I've got my 2 pieces of wood cut for this drawer, I'm gonna go ahead and glue them in place. And I just bought some Tight Bond original wood glue right in the Home Depot. Now, I'm sure some of you folks are wondering, why the heck does Mike have a nail gun on board his RV? Well, a couple reasons. First of all, I had an air compressor on my RV, and nail guns run on air compressors, so I went and bought a nail gun. I needed the nail gun because of projects like this, where I'm trying to fix my drawers. I've also had cases inside the RV where I've had to make repairs to different parts of trim. I've also had to remove trim and then reinstall it with my nail gun. So it made a lot of sense to get the nail gun because I went ahead and bought, this is one of the first things we bought when we bought our new RV, and that's our Air Compressor. And this is really meant to pump up the tires on our Class A RV. The reason I bought this is because it's really hard to find air pumps where they go up over 100 PSI, because our tires are 100 PSI tires. And so I didn't want to be stranded somewhere or not be able to find, you know, a sufficient air hose that I could blow up our tires in the RV. So I bought this. I have it on board all the time. It's been fantastic. This thing goes up to 140 PSI, so it blows up our 100-pound tires in a reasonable amount of time. The problem with buying some air compressors is they take forever to blow up your tires. I got this off of Techno RV. They have 3 different models based on what size motorhome that you have. I'll put a link in the notes down below if you guys want to check it out. But anyway, that's allowed me the air hose that I need and the air compressor that I need so that I can have my nail gun on board and make repairs as we go along. All right, so now I've got my wood pieces installed. I've got 4 screws on each end of the drawer. I'm sure some of you at this point are wondering, Mike, why didn't you just turn the wood the other way? Put one at the front of the drawer, one at the back of the drawer, because those are the weak points. Well, I'll show you why when we go back inside, that I couldn't do it that way. But one big tip I wanted to tell you guys is this. Whenever we do RV repairs, whenever it's possible, we go right to the Home Depot and we park in the parking lot and we make all our repairs right here, because it never fails. I always need something that I don't have. And actually, I didn't realize that I couldn't put the wood the way I wanted to, and I'd have to be adding screws in the drawer. So I walked inside and bought some screws and washers real quick. One of the things that slows you down more than anything, even if you make your repairs at home, is running back and forth to the Home Depot 3 or 4 times. So we try to make all of our repairs right at the Home Depot parking lot. All right, so now I have my drawer back inside, and I've got it all lined up in the drawer guides, and it works perfectly. Pulls in and out, fully extendable, which I always like, so we can get to everything inside the drawer, but it works great. And when you hear the inside of the drawer, sounds much more solid. I know that sounds kind of hollow, but the drawer bottoms aren't bending anymore. And as we bounce on down the road with all our stuff in the drawers, we won't have drawer bottoms blowing out on us. All right, now to show you why I did not install my wood pieces along the back and the front of the drawer bottoms, because, you know, these are the weak points. But the problem is, with the kind of drawer catches that we have, it wouldn't work that way. And this drawer catch on the inside bottom of the drawer catches right here. And so if I put a piece of wood here, or even back here, the drawer won't be able to slide in, because the wood would hit this drawer catch. The reason these drawer catches are here is because they create a little bit of a tension, so the drawers don't fly open while we're driving down the road. So I really only had one way to fix the drawers, which is the way that I showed you. 1 down, 11 more to go. Come on. All right, it's after 9 o'clock. I guess we've been out at this 6 or 7 hours now. And I'm on my last drawer, hooray! I'm happy these are done. I'm gonna have some good solid drawers in here. The bottoms aren't gonna be falling out anymore. And thankfully, you know, I know my way around RVs and tools pretty well. So we were able to go ahead and get this thing done, and you know, we'll be good to go down the road. So if you want to check out one of our other videos about our Class A RV, just click the box down below. Until then, leave your campground better than how you found it. That's what my dad always taught me anyway. And Susan and I will see you guys in the next video.